There's Sylvia Gorenszach here, and I'm a GelMoment independent distributor. How's everybody doing? So today I'm going to show you this foil technique. So I recently learned how to do this, and I thought I'd share it with you. And all you need is just these following things to create this look right here. So I created my own little foil and placed it on. And yeah, so let's get started. So what you need is the chrome of your choice. I'm choosing Andromeda chrome right now because I like the copper look here. I have the tweezers, the nail art tweezers here. I also have a dotting tool, a very fine tip dotting tool too, and I'll explain why in a minute. May or may not need that or not. You'll need a little brush, applicator stick for applying the chrome, and I have a Clearly Frisky here because we're going to put a coat of Clearly Frisky on my nail here when we apply the foil. And then we also have Raven's Kiss. Now, to create the foil itself, I'm just going to move a few things off to the side here. To create the foil itself, I'm using Raven's Kiss. And the reason being is I tried it out with Clearly Frisky first, but when I created the foil look with Clearly Frisky, it was almost translucent and I wanted a more opaque look. When I used Lovey Dovey, because I also tried Lovey Dovey as well, it was too light of a copper and I wanted something with a little bit deeper tones like I have in the middle finger here. So I'm going to be using Raven's Kiss, and all you have to do is just put a thin coat of Raven's Kiss on your silicone mat here. This is a GelMoment silicone mat that's awesome for cleanup. Just put a super thin coat on, and that is it. So once you do that, you just take your lamp and then place it over, make sure that the polish is away and behind the lamp, and press the button and cure for the full 45 seconds. So this will actually cure the polish on the mat, and then what we're gonna do is put the chrome right on top of that. Okay, the full 45 seconds is done, and so now this is fully cured. So what I'm going to do now is just take my Andromeda chrome and take my little applicator stick. You can take the chrome that's on the lid here. You can take a little bit what's on here. You don't need very much, so I just always take what's on the lid and you just rub it in. And I just rub and rub and rub and make sure there's full coverage and have that excess chrome all worked in there and brushed off if there is any excess. So I'm just going to close this up so we don't have anymore and don't have any spill ups. I'm just going to take my finger and rub that in and make sure that all that powder is in there. So there's your foil right there. Now, next thing we're going to do, well, I'm going to show you basically, you take little strips of it or little pieces of the foil using these nail art tweezers that you can get off of our website. They are super sharp and can pick up minuscule things. So now I'm going to put a thin coat of Clearly Frisky on the nail that I want to apply the foil to. Make sure it's thin. Clearly Frisky's pretty thick polish. And again, avoid your cuticles. Sweep down and cover the whole nail. But the difference is that we're not going to cure this because we're going to put the little pieces of foil on here so that it'll stick once we put it on here, okay? All right, so there is that. Put that off to the side. Now I'm going to take my little cuticle, sorry, I keep calling these things cuticle, nail art tweezers and just kind of lift up and kind of tear off. Now you'll see that a big chunk is coming up and I don't want a big chunk, and that is where this little guy comes in. So I am just going to take a little bit and use this and just hold that piece down so I can just rip a piece off. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and put it wherever I want, basically. And I just press it down into the wet polish. Looks good there. Maybe move it a little bit. Next piece. The great thing about this is that because it is abstract, there is no rhyme or reason. There's no rules to it. You could put these pieces of foil wherever you want. Okay, there's my next piece. It's a little bit bigger. That looks good. Sure. Got a little piece on there. All right, and I'm gonna rip off another piece and pick it up. Ay, can be a little bit sticky. And place it on the nail. Oh, I like that piece. I like the jagged edges. That's looking pretty good, ladies. Love it. Okay, and go with another piece. I like to grab it right at the tip so that I have full control of where this thing is going. So now you can make your pieces as little or as big as you want. Totally up to you depending on the look that you're going for. I'm just doing some random pieces here and I kind of like the looks of that. And if you don't, then you just kind of move things around until you do like the looks of that. That's the great thing about this. There's no rhyme or reason to it. There's no rules. And okay, that's good. I love it. So I am now going to put this under the lamp for the full 45 seconds. The 45 seconds is up, so we'll just take the lamp away, and there you go. So now, because it is a little bit bumpy, I'm not going to touch it, but I know from putting these pieces on here, I'm just going to finish it off with a thin coat of Clearly Frisky. It just adds that extra definition, fills in all those little gaps that might be created there with the foil, and completes the look. And I always cap my every single coat. Polish, cap, polish. Okay, we will do a full 45-second cure of that one as well. 45 seconds is done. There you have it. I love it. The foil technique. Awesome, 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 awesome look. I can't get over it. It's so awesome. Okay, how many times can you say awesome in a video? Now, for cleanup, all you have to do is just rip it up. You can toss this, you can save it. I'll just toss it because it's nothing to make another one. You could just take a cleanser wipe and wipe off that excess chrome. That's it. So if you like this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for my next video. Ciao, ciao.